Alright guys, I finally converted and invested in a big bag of LECA balls. I'm really excited to introduce this to my collection, my plant life, and the channel. I'm very new to it, so I want to go ahead and share my journey with you. If you are an expert with LECA balls, sound off down below. Any tips would be helpful. If you are new to LECA balls or curious about LECA balls, then keep watching. I'm really excited. I think the first thing I want to do with my LECA balls is use them on water propagation and propagating my collection and a handful of my cuttings. And the next video I definitely want to do for my collection with LECA balls is transplant and convert my one epidendrum orchid. I have one orchid in my collection and I want to go ahead and see if I can convert it to LECA balls. It is a terrestrial plant, so it's living in dirt, but I want to try to see if I can convert that. That'll be my little experiment. It's full bloomed right now, so I really don't want to touch it, but that's something I definitely want to do with LECA balls. So the first thing I want to talk about are the LECA balls. I have a huge bag here, and if you're interested in this particular bag and brand, my Amazon store link is in the description box. You can go ahead and see it there and find this. So here's my big bag of LECA balls. I decided to go with 25 liters. This is going to last me for a while. I would love to see if I can convert a handful of plants to LECA balls. With the LECA balls, you can go ahead and reuse them, so that's the cool thing. They're cleaner, and also it's pest free, so it won't attract bugs, and it's a lot cleaner, and you can also visually see your root system, and I think that's really cool. The first thing I want to do with my LECA ball experiment is do my Sansevieria cuttings first, and then I'm going to move on to houseplant cuttings, and then I'm going to probably do my epidendrum orchid. The first thing I want to do is wash them. They're really dusty, and some people like to leave their LECA balls soaking in water overnight. Some people leave it in water for an hour, so it's your preference. But I definitely want to go ahead and set up this part and at least let them sit in water while I go ahead and teach, and then when I come back we can go ahead and continue on with the video. This is what the medium looks like dry, and I'm really excited to see how well they do in my collection. I'm really excited to see how well they do, so I'm just gonna go ahead and of LECA balls in here. I'm gonna go ahead and take it to my hose. We're gonna let this soak for an hour. It's your preference if you like to soak it overnight or an hour. I know people do it both ways and still find it successful. And then in the meantime, I'm gonna go ahead and prepare my cuttings and set up part 2 of this propagating video. I hope you guys enjoyed the process, and if you guys have any experience with LECA balls, sound out down below. And again, I am going to be documenting my journey with LECA balls. I'll start off with these Sansevieria cuttings to see if I can save them, and then I'm going to move on to houseplant cuttings and then converting some of my plants to LECA balls and see how well it does. Alright, so I just have a bunch of water vessels that I want to go ahead and clean out. I keep them stored in my patio, so when I want to go ahead and propagate, I have them all in one area. Just doing a little quick rinse. I found all of my water vessels, a handful of them, that has a wider mouth so that I can go ahead and put the LECA balls in and maybe get more than one cutting in them. So with the wider mouth, I can go ahead and put the LECA balls in as well as multiple cuttings. And then now I'm going to start washing them. I'll go ahead and let it sit in water, and then I'll come back to it. And let this sit in water, and then we'll come back to it. Okay. So here we are. I have all of my cuttings here that I want to experiment with. I'm gonna do the LECA ball and water method, and if I feel like my cuttings are rotting, I'm gonna go ahead and save them by cutting the rotting end off and starting all over again. Again, you can propagate Sansevieria cuttings like this either by water or by dirt. I'm gonna do the LECA ball and water method, and I'll keep you guys posted. Now, with Sansevieria cuttings, they take a while to give you roots, so be patient. And I wanted to go ahead and do this video because I gave my best friend Kira in Las Vegas a copper tone Sansevieria cutting, and she said it's not doing well, so I wanted to go ahead and make this video and hoping that it'll help save her cutting. So a bunch of my cuttings I was able to take from my plant before it rotted completely. I have a copper tone here, and what I'm gonna do is I'm going to cut it in multiple sections, and I'm gonna let it callus for a couple of days. And just remember which end is facing down, because that's gonna be the end you're gonna want to place in your propagation. So I'm just gonna go ahead and just look at every single cutting, and I'm going to save what I can keep, and then we're going to go ahead and place it in this container so that I know which end is on the bottom, so I don't confuse myself. I like to have my cuttings in 2.5 to 3 inches. I'm gonna go ahead and take it into 3 sections. Here's 1, 2, and 3. 3 here. We'll do this one here. I will cut it in half. Okay, we're gonna just do a few more. And I'm gonna let this callus over, and then we'll continue part 2 of the video. I'm going to save some of the other cuttings for more propagating later. But I wanna go ahead and definitely try out a handful of them and see if it'll work in today's video. Okay. I'm gonna save these bigger ones for later. I think I want to just cut this one in 2. Here's a good one right here. And then we'll do this one. Alright, so I have a bunch of cuttings in here. I'm just gonna let it callus over, but I wanted to go ahead and at least keep it all in this container with the ends facing down so I don't confuse myself. So here are all of the cuttings that I did for today's video. If I feel like I need more, I have a lot more of Sansevierias. I'm gonna go ahead and do a few more. That's all of my copper tones. Let's go ahead and propagate this one. I can do probably 3 cuttings here. We'll do 1, 2. So here's 3 cuttings. And then let's go ahead and do the moonshine here. I'm gonna leave that there, and I'm gonna do it like this. 1, 2. I'm gonna do this. I know you usually put it on cardboard to let it callus over, but I'm just gonna do it this way here, just in case I need to move it off of my Tiffany blue table. I can just pick up the tray. So here's everything set up, ready to go. I will come back to this project when the Sansevieria cuttings are calloused over. I have them all facing in one direction. I have my LECA balls soaking. I have my water vessels ready to go. So I'm gonna wrap up part 1 here. I have all of my Sansevieria cuttings with the ends facing this way. I have my propagation vessels with wider mounts ready to go. I washed them out so they're nice and clean, and then I have all of my LECA balls in here soaking in this bin, and I'm gonna go ahead and just leave it soaked until the cuttings are calloused over. You can go ahead and soak them for an hour, 24 hours, it is your preference. I know there's people that soak them overnight for 24 hours and just soak them for an hour. It is your preference, but I'm definitely gonna leave them soaked overnight because I just did these cuttings. So I hope you guys enjoyed seeing the process of part 1, and I'll see you guys in a few. Alright guys, so the time has arrived. It's been 2 days since I did my propagation, and it is calloused over and ready to go. So all of the ends are calloused over and ready to go. So as you can see here, they're all calloused over, and I want to go ahead and finish up this project. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill up my LECA balls into my little propagation vessels, and then I'm going to fill them up with water and then go from there. I think what I want to do is, I think that's gonna be perfect. I'll try to put my longer ones in here. And I'm gonna monitor the cuttings, and if I feel like if any of them are not doing good, I can either cut off the ends, let it callus over, try again, and I can always switch them over to dirt and try to propagate it that way. But I want to try to do it all this way and see if I'm successful. So let's see how many more we can get in here. And I want them to all stand upright. I think this is a fair amount. Now I do have 3 more big cuttings. I can go ahead and save it for more upcoming projects. But I think this is a good start here. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them in here. I think that's perfect. Just leave that in there. Let it all stand up. I am so excited for this project. Okay, so now let me see if I can get my moonshines to go in here. I don't know if these bottom ones are gonna propagate, but it doesn't hurt to try. So I like these LECA balls for propagation because it also helps as spacers. So these leggy cuttings, it helps them to stay upright, and also I can manage the water levels better this way. So we'll see. This is my little journey with LECA balls. So I'm gonna try to use these little short glasses here for my smaller cuttings and see what happens. I can always get more vessels if I feel like this is not enough. Oh, that is so perfect. Do you guys see this? This is so cute. So I just have it just like that. Let's see how many cuttings I can fit. If I can fit 4 in one, that would be ideal. At least. Okay. I think that's a good look. Add this one here. Three in there, 4 in here. Let's see how many more I can fit in here. I probably can fit in here. Yay, how exciting. I'll definitely go ahead and document and keep you guys posted on how these cuttings do in LECA balls. I already like the fact that it helps me as little spacers to help it stay upright. And I'll be able to keep track of them better this way. And hopefully these are going to survive water propagation. If not, I'll go ahead, trim the cutting and start all over again. And I can always go ahead and experiment with these longer cuttings, doing it just the old school way by dirt. But I wanted to go ahead and try this method first. Can we get 4 in this? Great. Let's try to get 1 more in here. Do we have room for a copper tone? Alright guys, so it looks like we got a few more cuttings here. See if I can get more in this bigger guy. Have it all stand up. I think this is fine. Let's go. Yay! Alright. Can you fit in here? Alright guys, so this is my end product. I do have lots of LECA balls left. I'll save it for my next project. Let's go ahead and put this tray down. And I'll give you guys a better look of what I ended up doing. So here's one. As you can see, I have 5 cuttings in here. Here's another one. There's 4 in here. Another 4 in here as well. I have my moonshines in here, and they're all cutted up in there. And then I have my taller pieces all in here. And again, if I feel like I need more LECA balls, I'll just go ahead and sprinkle them in. But I love how that looks. Let's go ahead and get some water and finish up this project. So the time has arrived. I got some water. Let's go ahead and fill it up. And I want to hit it so that just the ends of the cuttings are in the water. And I'll go ahead and monitor them and give you guys an update. So as you can see, I just put the water halfway up the water vessel. Let's go ahead and do my moonshine. I've never propagated the moonshine, so I'm kind of curious to see how well it takes with water propagation. And I think these are perfect for these little cuttings. I got these little dishwares, I want to say thrifted from Las Vegas. I think that works out perfect. So I think this is perfect for water propagations. I remember I used it for little succulent petal water propagations in Las Vegas at Kira's house. I want to say 2 years ago. So here's another one. And then let's go ahead and fill up the last one. So that's perfect. Here's what they look like up close, set up in their water vessels with LECA balls and water. I think this is perfect for cutting, so I look forward to doing this with my house plants and different plants in my collection. I think it worked absolutely perfect for today's project. Because I do have a big bag of LECA balls. Again, link is in my description box for my Amazon store. You can go ahead and get it there. I want to go ahead and do a bunch of projects with these clay balls, so stay tuned. The next project I want to do is definitely propagating from my collection. And then I want to go ahead and convert my epidendrum orchid, because right now it's living in dirt, it's a terrestrial plant. And I want to go ahead and try to convert it to LECA balls, because I know in the orchid community the LECA balls have been trending for quite some time now. So I want to go ahead and try to do that for the orchid. And then I'm going to pick a few plants in my collection and convert those mother plants, those mature plants from dirt, soil to LECA balls. So stay tuned. If you guys have any experience with these clay balls, sound off down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Are you propagating with these clay balls? So stay tuned for more videos featuring the LECA balls. sound off down below if you want to see more videos. Again, these little clay balls have no nutrients, so if you want to go ahead and convert your mother plants, your mature plants, from soil to LECA balls, you are gonna have to put some kind of fertilizer in the water to keep them happy. So I'm definitely excited to introduce the LECA balls to my collection and to my plant life and to my channel. Stay tuned. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, this is the first time I'm using it, but I wanted to go ahead and start off trying to save my cuttings from some of my plants that got ruined by the rain while I was in Egypt at the beginning of the year. I thought this was very fitting, and I love the way how it turned out. And these are all upcycled glasses I had in my collection that probably came from thrift shops, so always upcycle your water propagation glass bottles. All of these are all thrifted and upcycled, so I like to save my glasses and I like to store them all together because you just never know. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and I hope this inspires you. If you're new, welcome to the channel. Hit the bell and subscribe button to be notified on my daily uploads. I do a daily video on this channel. I am close to 500 videos, guys. Thank you guys so much for supporting the channel, and I'll keep you guys posted when these give me root Sansevierias. Do take some time to root up, so I'm definitely gonna keep an eye on it, and I'm really excited to see how these projects go with me and my collection. So stay tuned because I'm definitely gonna be propagating for this spring from my collection. And if you guys are interested in any of the plants or cuttings that I do have in my collection, reach out to me on a direct message, Planting with Jewelyn on Instagram. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. You can find more on my blog at LECA.blogspot.com. Until next time, aloha from Santa Monica, California. Bye.